To BeanFu or not to BeanFu?
The question has been answered somewhat unsatisfactorily before. However, today we're gonna go deeper. We've got America's favorite bean, the pinto bean, my personal favorite, the kidney bean, and a crowd request, Great Northern beans, plus a trick that you requested. Thanks to today's sponsor, Thrive Market, which I'll get into later, but we've got quite the journey ahead of us. So let's start right away. Soak these in water overnight.
All three types are nice and plump after that overnight soak, but I can only work with one at a time, so let's start here. In case you're new to the series, I'm using the traditional method of making tofu on non-traditional ingredients, adding just one extra step to separate the starch from the milk in hopes of making a dense, high-protein, low-carb tofu that will stand up in all types of cooking, not to be confused with Burmese-style tofu, which is delicious, but it will melt when braised or boiled. We've had wins and fails, one such fail being kidney beans. It seems our regular settling step wasn't enough to get rid of all the starch, or there was some other reason the milk couldn't coagulate nicely, all that to say it turned into a semi-solid block of potato-free mashed potatoes. However, a few episodes ago I added amylase to the mix. At least, it worked with quinoa. This time, I've added amylase to cold kidney bean milk, warmed it to between 150 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and held it there for 10 minutes so the plant-based alpha amylase could do its thing. Now I can turn the heat up and let this boil for 10 minutes. Finally, I'll let this come to 180 degrees Fahrenheit and add our traditional tofu coagulant, calcium sulfate mixed in some room temperature water to evenly distribute in the kidney bean milk. But as is tradition, we need to cover it and wait 15 minutes to really give the coagulant the chance to do its thing.
While we wait for things to happen, I'm gonna do something equally as experimental, trying these vegan high-protein noodles for the first time, thanks to today's sponsor, Thrive Market. I don't know if I should do this or not, but with regular instant noodle, you should be able to eat it crunchy. I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be gross, but it actually tastes just like regular instant noodles, maybe a tiny bit more powdery. And yeah, it doesn't have a weird flavor or anything. I am already blown away, but let's get it into water. If you didn't know, Thrive Market is the most wholesome online grocery store where you can get everything from your pantry staples like these super niche snacks, as well as pet supplies, cleaning supplies, basically anything you can think of, all at a discounted price and shipped straight to your door. I've gotten so many fun and interesting vegan snacks from them over the years, but now that my diet has more rules than chess, I appreciate them even more. Like before on their website, I could just hit vegan and just see all the vegan products and maybe choose a fun category, and suddenly you have vegan chewy candies, veggie chips that don't taste like regret, vegan jerky, vegan queso. I mean, oat milk queso, have you ever heard of a thing? I didn't until now. And these Unreal chocolates, they are really good, but my local stores have them way more expensive. Now I can tap on the keto filter as well, and suddenly I have all the vegan keto snacks I could ever want. The annual membership is $60, which easily pays for itself in all the regular savings, but now is really the time to sign up because they're having a 4-day sale. It's their friends and family sale. They've curated a special selection of the best-selling member favorite products. They're up to 25% off. Plus, when you use my link, thrivemarket.com/Mary's Test Kitchen, you'll receive an extra 30% off your first order and get a free gift. The friends and family sale includes lots of awesome products that you'll love, like Banza, Annie's, Late July, so much more. But like outside of the sale, your membership will save you on everything. Your orders will be shipped straight to your door with free shipping on $49 and over. But yes, it's only for my very lucky viewers with addresses in the United States where most of you guys live. The rest of us, well, let's check out these noodles. Okay, we have exactly 3 minutes. Turn off the heat. 1 cup cooking water. It tastes like noodles. It kind of tastes like buckwheat noodles, even though there's no buckwheat. It's pea protein and vital wheat gluten. And I can't believe how good it is. The broth is perfect, but I wasn't worried about that. It's the noodle. It actually feels like an instant noodle. Maybe a healthier version like
as if it was made with buckwheat, but it's not. And I love I don't have to worry that there's any weird ingredients. Like Thrive Market has really high standards, so there's no GMOs, artificial colors and anything. There's over 1,000 questionable ingredients they will not accept on their store shelves. Well, I can say my curiosity is well satisfied, but I'm sure you're curious how our kidney bean milk coagulated, or not. No visible cards, but I'll try to press it anyway. To be honest, it really doesn't look good, but neither did last week's, and that turned out to be not completely terrible. And then there were two. America's favorite bean, pinto beans, and our new Test Great Northern, highly requested. Let's keep the spirits up and keep going. Well, got our rehydrated pinto beans. Let's go ahead and make milk out of them. The pinto bean milk has been sitting an hour, and that's all the time we have for that starch. So let's get it in the pot. As earlier, I'm adding a half teaspoon of amylase mixed with a bit of water to help it not clump up. From what I've read, this should be more than enough to convert any remaining starch we have in there. I'll turn on the stove and heat them to between 150 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit and keep it there for 10 minutes, trying to give the amylase the time it needs to convert any starch into sugar. Just as a reminder, when a starchy milk is cooked, the starch will gelatinize. If it has a lot like quinoa did, it can get rather thick. But if the starch is converted to sugar, it can become a thin liquid again, allowing the coagulant to work when we add it. Well, that's the theory anyways. After these first 10 minutes, I'm going to add, a bit more amylase, because honestly, I had a couple of comments asking me to add extra, so I will, for you. Holding again at the ideal temp for the enzymatic action for another 10 minutes. But for both milks, there's no change in texture. Both have not gotten thick, nor have they gotten thinner or looser. So I'll just turn up the heat on them and let them boil for 10 minutes. Just like with the kidney bean milk, this is to neutralize the natural toxins in beans, which is totally easy to do by cooking, so don't be afraid of beans, but it is an important step. Finally, let them come down to 180 degrees Fahrenheit so that when we add the coagulant mixed with room temperature water, the mixture will sit at 165 degrees Fahrenheit, the prime coagulation temperature for soy tofu. So hopefully for this one too. Can you see the difference already? One more than the other, but friends, I'm getting a little excited. Let's cover the pots and wait 15 minutes for the coagulant to do its thing. All right, my friends, time to cross your fingers. Oh. That does not look promising. Oh, and it's definitely burnt at the bottom. You see that orange color? That's from some burnt bits at the bottom, I'm sure. There's like a little bit of separation we see, but no distinct curds. Well, I'm thinking we pop on a lid and we try the other milk.
Cross your fingers, cross your toes. Best wishes. Let's go. I don't know, my friends. What do you think? Ah, it's burnt again. If we just take that top scoop out, maybe we can avoid. I'm not seeing those ribbons of orange in here. Am I? Well, it looks exactly like the pinto beans. It doesn't taste burnt. Great. Amazing. Let's give it a few minutes to drain, and then we'll press it. It's pretty full too. All right, well, let's have ourselves a weigh taste test. It's slightly burnt.
After overnight in the fridge, the moment of truth is once again upon us.
Alright. Nothing left to do but say, oh man. This is literally just liquid in here. It literally is worse than before. I'll put the original beside. Amylase made this worse. Like, what the heck? I've never been more disappointed in a Willet tofu. Next, pinto beans. Oh no. I think I know what happened, but I'll let you leave your theories in the comments below. We have thicker bean soup. Oh man. And once again, I will show you what we had originally was a lot better looking. However, like, think about the difference. In this one, we all removed all or a lot of the starch. So what remains is water, protein, maybe some kinds of fiber. Oh my gosh, I can't even get it out. Oh yeah, this is the burnt one. So even though it's thicker soup, it really isn't soup because you can't eat it. It tastes like burning. I know, so appetizing, right? You totally think this is worth it now.
And finally, we'll grate northern beans tofu. My friends, it is the moment of truth. Let's get on with it.
Oh my friends, I can't believe we just spent, I don't know how many hours that took and made like basically bean pudding. At least we have a ton of bean fiber pulp that I'm going to make into flour, and maybe we can make something delicious out of it. I don't know, it doesn't look very delicious like this, but that doesn't mean anything. I had a whole plan. I really thought this was gonna work, guys, but now that I think about it, when I really think about it, I think I know what happened, and you can leave your theories down in the comments below. I was gonna use this new to me Thrive Market Kick It Up chicken rub, you know, as we like to do, using mixes made from meat for our own plant-based purposes. I'll have to try it another way, I guess. Speaking of Thrive Market, don't forget there's only 4 days to the friends and family sale, so you can get those extra savings on top of 30% off your first order when you sign up to Thrive Market. Plus, you'll get a free gift. Thanks again to Thrive Market for sponsoring this journey. Check out the link down below or up in the cards there. It's thrivemarket.com/Mary's Test Kitchen if you want to sign up and get those
goodies, everything. Thanks so much for watching, my friends, and until next time, I do have a bunch of black beans to work with. Do we continue with the Amylase edition, or do we learn our lesson and move on? The next Willet cheese is still in the works. I have some fun summer recipes that I'm working on. Maybe a meal prep. I'm still working on that week by week, like making sure that it works really well and is efficient and everything like that. If you're interested in that sort of thing, let me know in the comments below. I will speed it the heck up if so. You know, it's a matter of priorities. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.